let's see here. Oh,
that's right.
Our director says we're on.
Right.
Oh, we're
sponsored.
That's right. And yeah, we'd like to thank our sponsor too. Once again, we're going to mention it again. Woodwinds in Brantford. We love them. I do a lot of weddings
and
there.
Silvio sauces, the best.
We
They're
tasted
the best.
that a couple episodes.
Adam, I should have brought you some. I will next time. You'll be back.
I'm salivating the whole time.
What's Good with John and Joyce is sponsored by Woodwinds Wedding and Special Events venue in Brantford, Connecticut, and Silvio's award-winning Italian sauces, which you can buy anytime online at silviosauces.com. That's silviosauces.com. Well, I'm salivating for part 2 of this. We had so much fun with the first time around with Adam here. Again, we're going to introduce him for those of you tuning in for the first time here. But welcome back to What's Good with John and Joyce. And we're available on all streaming platforms. We appreciate you having us on. I'm John Cadillac Seville from iHeartRadio, along with
Joyce Logan, who is his co-host.
Yep, and she's written so many great books like Starving Your Fears and also
My new
Live
one out.
Abundantly Now,
Abundantly Now.
which you need to add to your collection if you have.
Thank you, John, for plugging my books.
Oh, my good, absolutely. But Adam, we go way back. You know Joyce and Michael Bolton. There's a bit of a connection, which we'll get to shortly, but you've used music to bless so many people. You've had such an amazing ride over the years. You've had your ups, you've had your downs, but you've used those situations to just empower and bless so many people along the way, and you're still doing that all these years later. Joyce and I both admire you, admire everything you're doing, and welcome back for part 2. What's Good with John?
And please listen to part 1 because Adam tells fabulous stories and information about. So we don't want to go through maybe everything again, but listen to part 1 and then jump over here because it's amazing.
Well, we're going to talk about his appearance also on a reality show about a year ago that he not only was on Joyce, but he won.
Right.
He won.
To
They
fame,
tried to conspire against him. It didn't work.
Adam, this time I have to talk about this show because I really feel this is like a metaphor of your life.
Yeah. The microcosm for sure.
Yes.
I like that
Yes.
microcosm.
Yeah.
So Adam couldn't say anything that he was on, so nobody knew because you're under strict contract. You can't talk about this. And when I saw he was on Claim to Fame, which I had watched the previous season, my immediate thought was, oh, he's got this. He's going to win because he knows how to read the room, and he eventually got there.
Yeah.
And you are invincible when it comes to really what you want. And I knew you had your eye on the prize, but I saw that it was a little bit difficult because suddenly you don't have your music with you, right?
Yep.
You don't have anything.
Yep.
And you really have to connect with people and figure out their psyche along with your psyche and how to figure out who they are. So the premise of the game is everybody there is related to someone famous. They don't know who. The audience does not know who the person is.
Yep.
And if you guess wrong at the end, well, you have to see the whole show. If you're the guesser and you guess wrong, you go home.
Yep.
And Adam, each week, not only were you a little bit under the radar, smartly so, but at one point, and there's challenges.
Like a NASCAR racer kind of laying low, waiting for that opening, right?
He was, because there were a lot of, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much about this because I want to hear it from you. But there were a lot of people that you had no idea, like, who these people even were that they were related to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially in the beginning. I mean, you are really, you have no clue. who they are,
So take me through this, because there's one challenge where you are so injured that I'm yelling at the TV going, no, the blood is dripping down his head.
Yeah.
He's got, and the ambulance, the paramedics
It wasn't
are
like
there.
a mental injury. This was a physical.
This was a physical.
My second one of them.
This was a physical injury. And I'm yelling, no, because I'm thinking, they can't put him back in with a head injury. Yeah. You came back in with a bloody bandage on your head.
Well, you've got the audience, I'm sure, really excited about this.
So tell me, how did you get to Claim to Fame? And then what was the experience? Was it overwhelming? Was it fun?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. So just a year ago, it actually just aired a year ago today. And
a year ago this time, huh?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. And it was just something else. So we also caught the season before. And my wife and I are going to just looking at each other. And she knows what's on my mind, right? She's like, oh, boy, is he going to ask? Because at the end they say, if you can be on the show because you're related to a celebrity, you can apply. So I was just amazed at the connection that I was feeling with these people, because we all have this weird thing where you're related to a celebrity and people treat you differently when they know. And there's also there's people that aren't like just their sons or daughters. There's cousins. There's levels of relationships to them. And so to me, that really caught me. I was like, absolutely, I want to do this. And so my wife helped me apply for it. Crazy story is a lot of the people on the cast were found through DMs. So they were just trying to cast for the show. They actually reached out to Issa, Holly and Taryn, Michael's daughters, to be on the show. And at this point, I had no idea. I had called Issa. I said, "Hey, Issa, I'm talking with this show."
It's Michael Bolton's daughter, right?
Yep. They might bring me on. I don't know. I said, "I hope you guys are cool with me going on." And she's like, "Well, funny thing is, they asked me, and I can't do it right now. And I suggested they reach out to you." So they had an application from my side, as well as a referral from my cousin to do this thing. So I didn't realize I was going to get picked. I wasn't sure it was going to happen. I kind of put it in the back of my mind. And they really make you wait to know whether or not you're going to be on the show.
They string you along, don't they?
Oh boy, you got about a week, and then
mental anguish.
And so we were lucky to find the filming was not like very long at all.
Oh, good.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I got the green light from the wife, and I said, "All right, so we're going to L.A." And they sequester you immediately. They take your cell phone. You're put in a hotel room by yourself. You got a little iPad to like watch some movies or something, but you're sequestered. And that was my first time away, really, from the kids, my business, my wife.
Is that really tough?
It got quiet quick.
Oh, God.
That must have been very tough.
Oh yeah, I brought my ukulele with me in the hotel room. Again, my strategy was to not sing, not let on that Michael's went, because we both have raspy voices and things. And so the game got started, and here I am meeting all of these people, and I just started to take this experience as a blessing, because I'm getting paid to come to LA to live in a mansion, right? No real responsibilities. All the food's taken care of.
Paid.
Everything's taken care of. I'm hanging out. I'm nervous about me getting eliminated week one. So I kind of started to kind of get into the anxiety part, but then quickly realized that if I look around, there's a lot of places to meditate here. There's exercise machines.
Oh, that's good.
There's this beautiful shower. I called it my sunset shower.
You had all the amenities.
Oh my gosh, the shower was incredible. You had about 15-foot ceiling, right? Steamer, shower heads for every
So like
angle.
rainforest shop.
It was a rainforest with a window that you opened and you looked out at the Hollywood Hills. And that was my sunset. I'd watch the sunset and I would talk to birds,
Yeah.
and really started keeping to myself once I realized that people weren't going to be working with me. I had one strong alliance with HUD Mellencamp.
And he doesn't know it's HUD Mellencamp.
No.
He has no idea who he's related
but
to.
I connected with him because
son.
he has a tattoo of a lightning bolt on his leg.
And Joyce.
He showed me a tattoo of his leg.
And Joyce, you worked with John Mellencamp,
I did.
right? Just a little aside.
It's a small world.
Little aside.
See,
Yep.
what if you know? So he had a tattoo of a lightning bolt on his leg, and I thought, and he showed it to us all pretty early, and I said, there's something happening here, and so we connected, and he ended up saving me at a point that I really needed a name, and he gave me the right name. Got through that experience. Yeah. What an emotional roller coaster! I mean, looking at my kids in the pictures that I had would bring up so much emotion. It's just there was one experience that I had with Naomi. She was telling me about her experience with her celebrity relative snorkeling, right? And for some reason, she's just telling me this story, and a tear starts falling down my eye. We're just telling a normal story, and then another tear comes down. All of a sudden, I am full on weeping, healing from this story that she's telling me about her experience with her cousin, right? I run into the other room, I bury my head in the thing, and I just start healing.
Wait, so this is Naomi?
Molly Ringwald's.
Okay.
So I'm just healing in this moment of my connection to my relative, because it wasn't as close as going snorkeling, right? Yeah. So I was living through this experience and kind
of like vicariously through that.
And then it just healed me. Yeah. I started weeping and healing, and a couple of the contestants started jumping on my bed trying to snap me out of it. And I said, this is a good thing right now. I needed to, this is the whole reason why I'm here, is because I needed to address my relationship with my relative and also like meet you all. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there it was. I wrote in my journal, I was like, even if I don't win the $100,000, that cry right there was worth this trip, because I let it all out.
Yeah.
And again, you know,
and what the good thing, I'm sorry.
Go for it.
It's just to remind the audience that you all don't know who you're related to.
Oh, yeah.
So when she's talking about snorkeling,
Yeah.
you don't know it's Molly Ringwald that
Right.
she's related to, or someone's with Michael Jackson or
Yeah.
whatever. You don't know any of that.
Right.
And Adam, just out of curiosity, a quick aside, who are the other celebrities that they're related to?
There's so many.
There's
so many.
Trace
Really?
Atkins' daughter.
Trace
Yeah,
Atkins?
it came out to the end. It came out to the end, the finale, where really this is what it all came to. The entire house is working against me.
They were.
The
That's what I
entire
was
house
gonna say.
actively
We
working.
were talking about the biblical
Inspiring.
comparison, right?
Inspired.
And tell them who they thought you were. It was a couple they thought you were related to.
You steer people away. The idea is to steer people away. And everybody thought I was related to an actor. You had two truths and a lie. So I said, my uncle is my relative, best known for being an actor, and the biggest award he's ever won is a Grammy, right? So everyone thought, because of my personality, and I did some acting on the show, that definitely actor. This person is related to an actor, no doubt about it. So the guesses, they had Dustin Hoffman for me. They had Owen Wilson for me. They just kept throwing out actors. And so I'm thinking, you keep them coming, because every time they bring me up there to guess me, right? So this one moment, I'm sitting on this, it's my turn to be the guesser. And everybody thinks I don't know who anybody is, except my boy Hud comes through, and he hears through the grapevine that she's related to Molly Ringwald. And she was in our alliance, and she turned on me. She turned everybody. She began to turn on me, calling me spoiled, that I was just...
You're privileged, all that.
privileged. I'm just eating off everybody's answers. And it really started a dialogue for the audience to start looking at me as a person who...
When they're dialing against you, is that acting or is this real?
Oh, it's it's culture. I mean, it's like, is the cool kids are in the in group.
Okay.
And then,
Because they want to win, too.
So
So
they're
what they
pivoting.
were
They're,
I don't know what they were doing, but it was obvious that I thought I had a good plan with Naomi and Hud to work together, take each other's clues, keep each other safe into the end, and then whoever wins at the end wins, right? So I called it a friendly stab, right, at the end.
friendly stab.
And then she just turned on it, which showed Hud, who now she had Hud's clue, that, well, at this point, we could just get rid of Adam. And he's like, well, then I'm next on the chopping block, so I don't want you around. So then he found out who she was related to, told me. So then when the time came, I wrote her name on my wrist.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I had my picture of Grandma Helen, who I brought my
that's Michael's mother.
Michael's mother. So my grandmother Helen, I brought her ashes with me
Really?
to put out her ashes in Santa Monica Bay, right?
Oh, she loved California.
She loved California. She would always say, here, I got to play this song.
Okay, go. Yeah, let's go for it. We've been waiting for a song.
She would always say, I should have never left California. Should have never left California. Never left California. I think you never heard this one, but. She'd say, what are you, freaking drunk? After I'd call her on the phone, I'd say something crazy, she'd just laugh. She always made me feel at home. A million things in the refrigerator, nothing in the pan. So we just go and get some Chinese. She was a celebrity down at the local store with the Indians and the police. And she'd say, praise the Lord, and pass the ammunition. Oy vey, what are you, stoned? Praise the Lord, pass the ammunition. Grandma had her way to get along.
Oh, my God.
There's more to it.
I hear that.
That's great.
I think John Prine.
Oh, yeah.
I think John Prine, John High, little Arlo
I love
three there.
John Prine, man.
I just want to say,
Japan Pride.
when I heard Adam sing Steel Bars, which was a big hit from Michael with Bob Dylan.
I remember.
Yeah.
Remember.
Great
But when we were singing it, I thought, because you did it as a slower pace.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I hear Michael and Bob Dylan in your voice.
Yeah.
Do you know, I just wanted to interject this story. I mean, you probably heard this, but when Michael was writing with Bob Dylan, he said at one point he left the room and he didn't come back.
Yeah, you left him like stranded.
Yeah. And then he asked the housekeeper, is he coming back? And the housekeeper said, oh, he's out sweeping the garage. I guess that's how he has to think, maybe. That's what, but he doesn't tell you he's leaving.
It's Bob Dylan. He
Bob
doesn't have to.
Dylan.
Yeah. It's like those people that hang up on you and never say goodbye.
Yeah.
They just hang up the phone, right? We all have those people.
Man, Bob Dylan meant just so much to me growing up. My mom turned me on to Bob Dylan, like my mom turned Michael on Bob Dylan, Nashville Skyline.
Yes, with Johnny Cash, Girl from the North.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, and his stories and his thing. I actually ended up coming to the Lord through a song he wrote called "Ye Shall Be Changed." In the blink of an eye, when the last trumpet blows, the dead will arise and burst out of your clothes, and ye shall be changed.
Wow.
And so I always wanted to thank Bob Dylan, and I got a chance to thank him in my dream once, which was really powerful.
Yeah.
And then I just went to go see him at the Beacon. And as my wife and I were driving around the block to go find a parking space, he came right out of his tour bus. Wow. And I said, Bob, just want to thank you. Thank you for all of your words, all of the things that you helped me through in my life. And Bob is a huge influence on me. Talk about poetry. So when Michael, steel bars wrapped all around me. I've been your prisoner since the day you found me. I'm bound forever to the end of time. Steel bars wrapped around this heart of mine. What could all my living mean when time itself is so obscene? Time itself don't mean a thing. I'm still loving you. I mean, come on.
That's profound.
But yeah, so
Profound.
Graham. I had Graham in my hand. I got Molly Ringwald written on my wrist. And here in this moment, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Adam, it's my turn to guess. They make you go, Naomi, I think your celebrity relative is pause, then say it. And in that pause, I blacked out.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I saw that.
I got completely spaced out, and I'm like, and I don't know if it's because I knew I had it written on my wrist that I had like a backup plan that I didn't like stay on point. But here I am, looking at my wrist, trying to read my shaky handwriting with all the cameras and everything on me, being like, and she thinks I have no idea who she's related to. Right. And we were part of a whole group, right? She didn't know that I knew she was against it, which I tried to warn her 100 times. I said, listen, I'm going to go for you tonight, unless. So I said, Molly Ringwald, and her eyes went like back into her skull. That's it. And then so she went home. And that was the turning point in the game for me. Because at that point, it was pretty much smooth sailing.
Right.
People just guessing the wrong people on me. And I was up there more than anybody else on there. I was in the hot seat way more than anybody else.
It's a fascinating reality show. They should go back and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, how can people watch this now?
It's on Hulu. It's
on Hulu?
It's still streaming on Hulu, season 3. And, I joined the ranks of some really amazing people. Some other
Hulu, season 3. Watch it.
Yeah, claim to fame. And it's just crazy. So it all came to the finale, and no one's working with me. So I go take a run on the slip and slide because I don't trust the person is being honest with me. And I flipped my body over, my foot hit the rope, and the velvet rope.
Yes.
So that post came down and cracked me right on the head.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed my head and I'm studying the numbers, and then I realized, oh wow, this blood is actually.
And you were ahead at that point.
Oh yeah, I was ahead, and I know who the last 2 contestants are related to. So which means if I win the finale, I know that I'm going to win this whole thing, right? I crack my head open, they put me over into the corner, and the medic is like, I can't close this thing.
Wow.
I can't close it.
Blood's dripping down.
Just blood dripping down, and they're like, we got to call an ambulance. You got to go to the hospital.
This is all reality. This was not.
Very real. And in that moment, I broke. I cried again. I never cried so much as I did in this show. I really had a moment to reflect on my life and sit there with it.
But it was all healing.
It was all healing, and it was justification of all of the challenges that I had to endure in my life to see through this thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here I am at the end. I just took myself out because I went too hard, and Next thing you know, the guy's like, we're going to let you go. We're going to let you compete. I said, great. He says, but don't run. And if you get dizzy, raise your hand.
Right.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, the other person has to help me at this point because that would just be mean, right? And actually, Raphael Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis's nephew, we had a really deep relationship. He and he had gone
I
through a lot
liked
of
him.
things.
Yeah.
He had gone through a lot.
And no one knows their last name, so you only know him as Raphael. There's
I knew him as
right.
What the heck did he go? I forget what he went by. But yeah, so I said, well, you got to give me the answers now, buddy, because I'm bleeding out. You're not going to make me run this thing again. So he had to give me the answers, and then I was able to cash in the thing, head out to the finale. And the funny thing is, at this point, I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to win. I know who they're. The whole house is still trying to turn me and make believe that I don't know who I know, and that they say, oh, no, this person's actually related to somebody else. They were trying to throw me off. And so I got so frustrated. I was like, you know what? Let me tell them who I'm related to. So I started, going on. I was like, white boy who sings R&B music, right? When a man loves a woman, right? And then one girl who I knew was going to find me out, right? She was in the first episode. She was the oldest person there. And I knew she had to go because if anybody's going to guess who Michael Bolton is, it would have been Bianca. So we just say, all right, I just let that out there, right? And then they're like, he's related to Michael Bolton, and they all celebrated. But I knew that they didn't have a shot. I go home, right after the winnings. I bought my father a brand new truck.
Yeah, that clip.
It was great. He's been driving jalapenos since I remember falling out of his VW a Beetle that he had because the door didn't close correctly.
Wow!
As a kid, I just flew out driving.
To be able to do that for your dad.
The best, yeah, nice little Ford Maverick, and brand new. It's just so cool because he gives my mom rides to all of her appointments. She got a lot of appointments. So anyways, I get that done, and then I'm at my father. I'm like helping him put up a carport or something like that, and this guy stops in front of our house and he goes, "Adam, you owe me a glass." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "When you gave up who your relative was, I threw my glass against the wall. I was so mad at you. I was like, how did you come this far to give out away your thing?" Because he didn't know what I knew,
right? That
I was going to be all right. And so I just thought that people had these people who know me had these visceral experiences of Adam, because they make me out to look like an idiot, really, the whole time. They're like, he doesn't know anything and all these things. And that goes back into my special ed world. I mean, one of the guys even said, "You're a stupid little man." Wow. He called me a stupid little man on the show. Yeah. I said, you don't know a thing about me.
See, that fired you up more.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I said, now you want to
use that as fuel.
Yeah, spiritual, confusion. You bring people into a thing that they underestimate you. Yeah. And I never do anything intentionally. All I could do is be natural. And it's served me this far.
And I'll tell you,
be kind to people.
I'll tell you, we're running up against you're right. Be kind to people because you never know what battles they're going through.
Yes.
Simple.
But boy, I wish we can carry this on longer. We may have to bring Adam back to the third time.
No. Wait, I have to ask, are you still in touch with anyone from the show?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I was just talking to Raphael.
Jamie Lee Curtis's.
Yeah.
How about HUD?
Oh, HUD, man. We have such a connection. We do text back and forth. He's invited me to the compound that he has over there in Indiana and take some motorcycle rides. But they're wild over there.
Yeah.
The Mellencamp's are wild.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm getting. I've hung out with HUD a couple times now, and he's a young man. And so, he gets me. Mm-hmm. He understands me. Somehow he just got me right off the rip, and I felt very seen by HUD. And I think he's just a tremendous person. He's a strong man. He's an entrepreneur. He's selling Mellencamp whiskey right now, and he's doing his best to. I know he's going through his sister's going through a lot of struggles right now, and
lots of prayers for them.
Yeah, tons of prayers for them. But if I was to do any reality show again, one of them would definitely be. I would love to do The Amazing Race with HUD. I think that'd be so much fun.
Oh, there you go. Let's put it out in the universe.
The Amazing Race, Big Brother, Survivor.
I would like to do Survivor.
Right.
Yeah,
I'd like to do Survivor.
Well, this is, Nick Fradiani is not the only Connecticut person who
That's right.
is a winner. He won American Idol, and
Sure do.
but we got this guy right
To
here.
Fame winner.
Yeah, exactly, Claim to Fame. So check it out, Hulu season 3, right?
You got it.
Name of the show once again?
Claim to Fame.
Claim to Fame with Adam Christoferson, and boy, he's living it. He's continuing to make a big difference in so many people.
And also, we're going to put information in about your musical intervention program.
Yes.
So if people can support that, there is a way for them to give.
Oh, yeah.
To keep that going.
We created a 501c3, and people can contribute money if they can't physically be there and help the mission forward.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to What's Good with John and Joyce, available on all streaming platforms, your safe place to land. Positive, good news always.
Always.
And we appreciate you and your friends. And please share this with as many people as you can that need that big me up. Till next time.
Be kind.
Be kind, right? Be kind, because you never know what battles people are going through.
Thank you, Adam. Thanks so
Adam.
much for
Appreciate
being
being
You
here.
and your family. God
We
bless.
love you.
Thank you.
We love all of you. Bye for now.
Indeed. Hi, I'm John Cadillac Seville from the podcast What's Good with John and Joyce. Sometimes music is all you need to make you feel better. So find your favorite tune and crank it up.